Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ram Bharat Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Applied Science, Krishna Engineering College, Mohanagar, Ghaziabad. Today, I am going to start lecture 2nd of unit 1st. In this lecture, we will learn about the solution of the partial differential equation by direct method. And second topic is linear and non-linear partial differential equation first order. Solution, third is solution of the linear non-linear partial differential equation of first order, and find complete solution of the partial differential equation of the form f p q is equal to 0. The function f p q is equal to 0, it is the basically a particular case of Charpit method. We will learn Charpit method in the further lecture. The solution of the partial differential equation by direct method. This method can be easily learned with the help of this example, right? Solution. Here we see that the order of the partial differential equation is 3. So we integrate this partial differential equation 3 times, in which 2 times with respect to x and 1 times with respect to y. So integrate partially with respect to x 2 times, we get, now first we integrate first time with respect to x, then we get del square z over del x del y plus 18 x y square, integrate partially with respect to x, plus sine 2x minus y, integrate partially with respect to x is equal to 0. Integrate partially with respect to x, right? So this becomes del square z over del x del y plus 18, integrate partially with respect to x becomes x square y square upon 2 plus integration of sine 2x minus y with respect to x is minus cos 2x minus y upon 2, and 0 plus constant of integration. Constant of integration is a function of y, right? Say f1y. Here the notable point here, in the partial differential equation EPDE, if we integrate with respect to x, then constant of integration must be a function of y. Again, if we integrate with respect to y, then constant of integration must be a function of x, right? Now again integrate with respect to x, so this becomes del z over del y plus 18 as it is, and integration this 1 upon 2 as it is, the x cube upon 3 into y square minus 1 by 2, integration of cos with respect to x is sine 2x minus y upon 2 is equal to f1y into x plus again new constant f2y. This is the constant of integration, right? This is the equation number 3rd. 6. Now at last we integrate with respect to y, then we get z is z plus 18 by 6 x square as it is, x cube as it is, and y cube by 3, minus 1 upon 4 integration of sine with respect to y is minus cos 2x minus y upon minus 1, right? X is the constant, so take it outside. Integration of dy plus integration of f2y dy plus another constant f3x. Say this becomes z plus x cube y cube plus 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4 cos 2x minus y is equal to x. The integration of f1y with respect to fy must be a function of fy. Suppose it to be fy, capital Fy, plus again integration of f2y with respect to y is again another function. Suppose capital F1, this is the capital F1 and this is the capital F2y, plus and this is f3x as it is. This is the required solution, where f1, f2 and f3 are arbitrary functions. Clear? Linear and non-linear partial differential of first order. A partial differential equation is said to be linear if first condition is P and Q are occurs in the first degree only, and second condition is and they are not multiplying together. A partial differential is said to be linear if P and Q are occurs in the first degree only, this is the first condition, and they are not multiplied together. In simple words, there are two conditions here. First is the powers of P and Q. The powers of P, Q are 1, the first condition. Second condition is the product of P, Q does not occurs in linear equation. Again, those equations which are not linear, non-linear partial differential equation. A partial differential equation is said to be non-linear, linear if it is not linear. That means it contains the term where powers of P and Q are degree of P and Q are greater than 1 and they contain the product terms. For examples, P and Q is equal to A is the arbitrary constant. Here in this equation, the P and Q, the powers of P and Q is 1. First condition, powers of P and Q is 1 and not containing product term. So it is linear equation, right? The second example, under root P plus under root Q, under root P plus under root Q is equal to 1. Here the powers of P and Q is not 1, so it is non-linear. Clear? Third, Z is equal to Px plus Qy plus under root P square plus Q square. It is not linear. It is not linear, right? Example 4, P square plus Q square is equal to 1. It is also not linear. Next example, P plus Q is equal to PQ, non-linear, because first condition you hold the powers of P and Q is 1 and the second condition the product term P and Q not occurs in the equation, but here P and Q occurs in this equation, so it is not linear. And next example 6, suppose 1 plus P is equal to PQ, it is also non-linear. Okay? Clearly we have from definitions the linear equation, there are two conditions. First condition is the P and Q occurs in the first degree only and the product term does not occur in the equation. Clear? Now third topic is solution of the linear and non-linear partial differential equation. On the basis of their solutions of linear partial differential equation and non-linear partial differential equation, we divide the partial differential equations into category: partial differential equation, right? First is linear partial differential equation, linear partial differential equation, and second is non-linear partial differential equation, non-linear partial differential equations. Linear partial differential equation solved by method of Lagrange's method, by Lagrange's method. We will learn this method into further lectures. And non-linear partial differential equation will be solved with the help of Char-Pit method. Char-Pit method. Char-Pit method, the general method for solving non-linear partial differential equation. Clear? Now, the non-linear partial differential equation generally is solved by the Char-Pit method, but Char-Pit method is so long, so we cannot use Char-Pit method. In some special cases, So first case I want to discuss. The first case is of the form f pq is equal to 0. We will learn such form of the partial differential equation easily by the some particular case of Charpit method, right? In this method, our complete solution is z is equal to ax plus vy plus c is equal to 0, where b is given by the relation f a comma b is equal to 0. For example, find the solution of under root p plus under root q is equal to 1. Here first of we see that this equation contains the term of p and q only. So this is the form of f of pq is equal to 0. So let f of pq is equal to under root p plus under root q minus 1, clear, into 0. This is the form of f pq is equal to 0. So in this case our solution will be z is equal to ax plus by plus c, where f a b is equal to 0. Now put f a b is equal to 0. This implies under root a plus under root b minus 1 is equal to 0. Find the value of b from this equation. So under root b is equal to 1 minus under root a. Squaring on both sides, b is equal to 1 minus under root a to the power whole power 2. Clear? Now put this value in equation second. We get z is equal to ax plus b. B is nothing but put the value of b is 1 minus under root a to the power whole power 2 plus c. This is the required solution of our partial differential equation, where a and c are arbitrary constants. Clear? Now we learn another example of the same type. Solve the PD PQ minus QQ is equal to 0. Again, we see that this equation contains only the terms of small p and small q. So this is also form of our standard form PQ is equal to 0. So let PQ is equal to PQ minus QQ is equal to 0. Clear? So solution in this case, solution in this case must be Z is equal to Ax plus Vy plus C is equal to 0. This is the equation second, where C is given by f AB is equal to 0. Now find the value of B from this equation. This becomes AQ minus BQ is equal to 0. We find only real value, A minus B. The factor of this equation, A minus B, A square plus B square plus AB. Either A minus B is equal to 0 or A square plus B square plus AB is equal to 0. From this we get A is equal to B or B is equal to A. B is equal to A. But from this equation we don't get the value of B, we don't get the value of V real number, positive real number. So we ignore this equation and the value of B. So we get here B is equal to A, and put this value in equation first. We get the required solution of our PDE, that is Z is equal to, I put the value in equation 2, Z is equal to AX plus AY plus C, where A and C are arbitrary constants, right? Objective questions. Here objective questions has solution. Solution of the equation is, here order of this equation is 3. Order of this equation is 3. So we integrate this equation with respect to x 3 times. Now first time integrate with respect to x. So we get del square z over del x square, and the constant of integration say f1y. Clear? Again integrate with respect to x, then we get del z over del x is equal to f1y plus again constant f2y. Integrate again with respect to x. We get z is equal to x square by 2 f1y plus x f2y plus f3y. This is the solution. X square f1 f1 f2x f3x x square f1x. This is the solution. X square f3x and x f2x and f. The answer options B is correct. Option B is correct. Again solution of the equation. Here the order of the given equation is 2. So we integrate 2 times with respect to x 1 times and with respect to y 1 times. Clear? So first of all we integrate with respect to x, then we get del z over del y, and constant of integration is the function of y, right, f1. Clear? Again integrate with respect to y, then z is equal to f1y dy integration plus constant of integration is the function of x. Here this is the integration of f1 by with respect to dy, so totally is the function of x, sorry, function of y, totally function of y, and this is totally function of x, suppose. But in the our options we given two functions of x and y. This option contains both function of y, this option contains both function of x, this contains the one function of f, one function of x. So option C is correct here. Okay, thank you.